What is going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is enjoying their 4th of July. I read the Rolling Stone article in regards to the Jonathan Majors case, and I thought that they did a really great job. It was very thorough. So, they did a 3-month investigation and they talked to more than 24 sources. Okay. So Cheyenne Roundtree and Althea Legespi, they did their journalistic due diligence, in my opinion. Okay. So the title is that Jonathan Majors' extreme abuse allegedly goes back nearly a decade. So I want to say on my channel, everything is alleged and it's for entertainment purposes only. But I felt like that was really smart of them to put allegedly back even in the title. Okay. So it says in the subtitle, the Majors was abusive with his partners, aggressive on sets, and a source of toxicity at Yale. 24 sources tell Rolling Stone. Majors vehemently denies all accusations. So I want to highlight, I'm not going to read the entire article because it would take forever, but I do want to highlight the most prominent portions. So as we know, Jonathan Majors is a major Hollywood star on the cusp of going supernova. And they write that he's been in movies such as The Last Black Man in San Francisco, that first brought him critical acclaim. Then we have Lovecraft Country, The Harder They Fall, Creed 3, that propelled his popularity. And most recently, of course, he's known for his reoccurring role as Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And that's set to make him a household name. However, lately, most of the headlines about Majors has been involved in a messy domestic violence case. So in March, Majors was arrested for allegedly attacking a girlfriend. And then this week, the New York Post and the New York Times both reported that the NYPD, the New York Police Department, has alerted officers that there is probable cause to arrest Majors' accuser. So they're arresting the woman who accused Majors of domestic violence. So the criminal case against Majors remains open, and the allegations threaten to upend his career. It says in dozens of new interviews with Rolling Stone, however, those who have known Majors over the past decade claim that he has a history of abusive behavior. During the 3-month investigation, Rolling Stone spoke with more than 40 people who have known Majors during his time in graduate school, his Hollywood career, and his romantic relationships. Many describe Majors as being complicated, unpredictable, and a sometimes violent man who can switch from charming to cold in a flash. All of the sources for this article requested anonymity, citing fear of career repercussions and personal retribution from Majors. Some claim that they were prohibited from speaking. Quote, my only response can be that I am silenced by an NDA that he had me sign, unquote, says one person who worked with Majors. Their stories suggest a pattern of alleged physical, mental, and emotional abuse that dates back a decade to Majors' time in Yale School of Drama, where he was involved in physical altercations and continued to the sets of his movies, TV shows, where production members raised concern over the treatment of crew. Let me just say that there are two reasons why I chose the Rolling Stone article. One, they did a 3-month investigation, and two, they spoke to more than 40 people. 40. Like, that's the number that grabbed me, okay? This wasn't just a one-time fly-by-night, research article. They really dug in and did their research. And of course, there's two sides to every story, right? So here we have, they also included a statement from Jonathan Majors' lawyer where it says Jonathan Majors vehemently denies Rolling Stone's false allegations that he physically, verbally, or emotionally abused anyone, let alone any of his past romantic partners, Majors' attorney Dustin A. Push wrote in a statement. These allegations are based entirely on hearsay because neither of the romantic partners referenced were willing to engage with Rolling Stone for the article, demonstrating their outright falsity. Push added that Majors also denies any allegations of abuse, violence, or intimidation during his time at Yale. Most seriously, more than a dozen sources collectively claimed to Rolling Stone that Majors allegedly abused two romantic partners, one physically, both of them emotionally. It was pervasively known that he was a good actor and that he will also terrorize the people that he dated, one of the sources said. Majors allegedly put his hands around one woman's neck that he was dating and was mentally and emotionally abusive with her. 9 of those sources claim. The second woman allegedly told friends that her relationship with Majors was emotional blank, right? I'll link the article in the description box if you guys want to read it, but um, it was just extremely difficult for her. Those who are friends with the women or were present during their relationship with Majors independently corroborated details of the alleged abuse. Throughout conversations with Rolling Stone, they described feeling alarmed by what they witnessed at the time or what they were told by the women. Rolling Stone is withholding the names of the women and specifics of their relationship, as several sources voiced fear the Majors and his team would retaliate against them. My experience in dealing with him and watching him in relationships with several women is really upsetting, says one person familiar with at least two of Major's relationships. As an outside observer, it made me really uncomfortable. And it goes on to describe him as aggressive and intimidating. And they actually went all the way back and talked to a woman who dated him from the age of 13 to 18. So it says only one woman consented to making her statement public, Haley Carter, a woman who Majors dated from age 13 to 18. She describes Majors as sweet, kind, and gentle in a message drafted in late March. After 20 years of knowing him, I can tell you who Jonathan is. He did not do these things. The statement said, in part, he is exactly the opposite of what these allegations say. Jonathan is the most self controlled, disciplined, well mannered person I know. We all call him the peacekeeper. He is not violent in any way. So, a few things, right? I'm always here for a good counter argument and rebuttal. As my grandma used to say before she passed, uh, everybody ain't lying on you. Okay. So if you get the word of, one or two people, okay. But these journalists talk to so many people. 40 is the number that continuously sticks out. And they did show pictures of Majors when he was younger, and he was not as buff as he is now. As you guys know, he put on weight for Creed 3 and he got really in shape. So the fact that, they said that he was physically intimidating um, is subjective, right? But at the same time, his lawyers put out a statement saying that he was method acting and that he would get really intense in regards to his acting roles. And that's why he would be so cold or closed off, right? I'm going to keep you guys updated as we find out more information and things come out. But what I will say is that 40 is a very large pool of subjects to interview. And but they're also arresting, the accuser, the woman that accused Jonathan Majors of DV, right? So drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what you think because again, As more news comes out and updates come out, I'm going to bring those to you. So I want to hear from you. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will talk with you later. Take care, Aces. Bye.